In the book of Genesis, chapter 6, a strange and haunting passage appears. The sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they took them as wives. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the mighty men of old, men of renown. But who were these mysterious sons of God? And who were the Nephilim, these giants who walked the earth, mighty and terrifying? The Bible gives us only a glimpse, but ancient writings like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees tell us more. They describe a time when heavenly beings known as the Watchers descended from the sky. Their mission was simple, to observe humanity. But instead, they broke divine law. They lusted after human women, took them as wives, and fathered children. These children became the Nephilim, giants of immense size, strength, and appetite. The Book of Enoch names their leaders. Angels like Semjaza and Azazel, who led 200 watchers into rebellion. Their offspring, the Nephilim, grew so massive that they devoured everything around them. At first they consumed the crops of men, but when food ran out, the texts say they turned on humanity itself, devouring flesh and spilling blood. Violence filled the earth. The world, according to these ancient texts, became so corrupt that God could no longer allow it to continue. And so, judgment came. The Great Flood, remembered not only in the Bible but in countless traditions across the world, was sent to cleanse the earth, not only of human sin, but of the Nephilim themselves. The giants, it is said, were drowned in the waters of the flood. Their fathers, the rebellious watchers, were bound in chains beneath the earth, awaiting final judgment. But the mystery does not end there. For Genesis itself leaves a chilling clue: the Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward. Somehow, in some way, the giants returned. When the Israelites entered the land of Canaan, they reported seeing giants. The Book of Numbers records their words: "We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." Other books of the Bible speak of tribes of giants, the Anakim, the Rephaim, and the Zamzummim. These were enormous people who struck fear into entire nations. Even the most famous giant of all, Goliath of Gath, who stood against David, is described as a descendant of this ancient race. Book of Jubilees go even further. It claims that when the Nephilim were killed, their spirits did not vanish. Instead, they lingered on the earth as restless, malevolent beings, spirits that became the demons, forever tormenting mankind. And yet, the legend of giants is not confined to the Bible alone. In Mesopotamia, Gilgamesh is described as 2/3 divine and 1/3 human. In Greek mythology, the Titans and the Gigantes waged war against the gods. In Norse tradition, frost giants ruled before the age of men. Native American tribes speak of enormous red-haired giants that once roamed the land, devouring all in their path. How can so many different cultures, separated by oceans and centuries, all share such similar tales? Could they all be echoes of a single, forgotten reality? What is certain is that the Nephilim left a mark that has never faded. Were they wiped out forever? Or do the echoes of the Nephilim still roam in the forgotten corners of our world today? Subscribe now as we unlock the unknown through ancient texts.